Let's take a look at conditional statements. First, what we want to do is define what a conditional statement is. A conditional statement has an initial condition, and we call this an if statement or a hypothesis, which leads to a conclusion. So let's take a look at what those connective statements are going to look like. It looks like this. If whatever that statement is, then the other statement. So your keywords are if, that's your hypothesis, then that's your conclusion. So you have an initial condition, and then you have a final condition, both triggered by specific words. Okay, let's take a look at the symbol. It's an arrow to the right. Let's look at an example. And again, you can pause this at any time to write down anything that you're missing. So for an example, if it is raining, which would be my initial condition or my hypothesis, then I need an umbrella. So my initial statement P would be it is raining with my keyword if. My second statement is I need an umbrella, and my keyword here is then. So let's go ahead and write these statements given the symbols. So I see that P, it is Tuesday, and Q, the ball is red. Initially with these examples, they're not really going to make a whole lot of sense. Once we start talking about truth tables and how things break down that way, it will make more sense for you. I want you to go ahead and pause this video and see if you can go ahead and write the phrase based on what the symbols look like. Okay, let's take a look. If P, then Q. If it is Tuesday, then the ball is red. So I keep my original pieces exactly as they are. Not P, if not P, then Q. If it is not Tuesday, then the ball is red. My next one is P, or if P, then not Q. If it is Tuesday, then the ball is not red. And finally, not P, then not Q. If it is not Tuesday, then the ball is not red. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and take a look at an example where we're going to come up with the symbols. So the key here is going to be to look at your if statements. Sometimes I like to circle those ifs so I can tell where they are. What comes after the if statement is always going to be my P, right? So it is after 3 p.m. It is after 3 p.m. It is after 3 p.m. It is not after 3 p.m. So I know each of these is going to start with P, 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 and not P. Because my if statement comes first, right? Even though C has if in the middle of the sentence, that is still my hypothesis. Okay, go ahead and pause this here and see if you can complete the rest of the symbols. Let's check our answers. So each of these is going to have the conditional, and then I'm going to look at the second statement. So the original is the male is here, the male is here. So that's just going to be a simple P and Q. If it is after 3 p.m., then the male is not here. That's a P, if P, then not Q. C, the male is here if it is after 3 p.m. Well, we said that if is happening at the middle of that sentence, so the male is here is going to be understood, even though there's no then, right? This has a then, this has a then, this has a then. You don't typically start a sentence with the word then. So I'm going to look at that, and this is going to be P, then Q. And then D, if it is not after 3 p.m., then the male is not here. So that's not Q. So not P, then not Q. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this bottom part. Given a statement, you're going to look at two ways that the expression if P then Q can be written into words. Go ahead and pause this, and when you're ready to check your answer, go ahead and hit play. If London is the capital of England, then Dobermans are black and tan. That sounds like a really weird hypothesis and conclusion, but again, we are running through the processes here. Let's take a look at the next one. Dobermans are black and tan if London is the capital of England. Notice that my hypothesis or my if statement is partway through the sentence, and you don't see a then statement in front of Dobermans. So both of these say the same thing, P then Q. It's just the way that they're ordered.